trying to get kids out the door, especially in winter, and they've got all their gear and they're digging through their gloves, hats, everything that they possibly need. And it just takes forever to find what they're looking for and get it and get out the door. And then you're running late. So you're frustrated, they're frustrated, you're hoping you have everything you need to get out the door. Oh my gosh, so exhausting. So hi, Nicole with Create the Right Way. And we are back with our weekly decluttering challenge. So the reason for this 5-a-day decluttering challenge is 5 items isn't a lot, right? But that's kind of the whole point, is that this is an attainable project that you can complete pretty quickly, to be honest with you, where you're not taking everything out and spending all day decluttering. There's definitely a time and place and value in doing that when you have the capacity. But let's be real, most of us are exhausted, overwhelmed, tired. The thought of having to declutter through a whole ton of stuff, just like, nope, I'm gonna just skip the whole thing. So the 5-a-day declutter challenge is really for anyone who is busy. That's all of us, right? And so just 5 things, complete that task, and then you can feel excited. I completed that task. And if you want to take it beyond that and go beyond 5 things, go into a different category, absolutely, go for it, do that. But really the goal is 5 things to keep it simple, manageable, attainable, and training yourself to be in that habit of regularly looking at the items that are in your house. If those need to be there, are there ways to simplify? Build in those decluttering habits that over time will help you simplify, streamline your home to make things like getting out the door in the morning with kids a lot easier, or even just getting yourself out the door, right? Today's challenge is all about hats. And so this is kind of a good time of year where the end of winter is in sight. Hopefully, we are in Wisconsin, so you never know how much longer, but according to the groundhog, should be done soon. But good time to kind of go through those winter gear, because you know what you've worn this season, you know what your kids have worn this season, and what you might not need anymore. And when you have, the more stuff you have, especially in your kids' bins, when they're trying to get out the door, the harder it is to just grab what the item is and go, because if they're having to sort through, that just adds so much extra time. So we are looking for extra hats. If you've got at least 5 extra hats that you don't need, that you can get rid of. And so this is a good time to do this because you've been through the majority of the season and you know what you've worn, you know what your kids have worn, and what you really didn't. And it's time to let go of those. And it's easy to think, oh, I should just hang on to all the extras, especially with kids, and they can lose items, right? So maybe having a backup is good, but how many backups do you really need? Maybe there's different styles of hats. Like if one of them thought they would wear, you know, the kind like with the sticking the little ponytail through the hat, and then they didn't end up wearing it all season long. Use that information. Can I get this basket down to just the gloves and the hats that they actually need, not all the backups, not have to take all that extra time to sort through items that might not need to be there. Look at the behavior as a data point to use. So even though, yes, maybe they think this is cute and they love the idea of it, the actual behavior of grabbing, is that the hat they're grabbing? Is that what they're wearing? If they didn't touch it all season and it's been right there for them to grab, it's probably a good indicator that they don't really need that hat. They aren't going to wear that. They've got other ones. Maybe it's, you know, like little headband things that they either wear these instead of hats or vice versa. And maybe some of these are extra and no longer necessary. Maybe these have gotten small over the season and it's time to let go of those too. So I bet you've got 5 extra hats. It doesn't have to be winter hats, but just really makes sense at this time, getting closer to spring here and getting through that winter season, and might be a good time to kind of go through that and see, and maybe there's just things that won't fit them next season. Makes sense to get rid of that as well. So 5 hats, see what you've got, comment below, let us know how that goes. We of course would love for you to share this video with your family and friends. Really appreciate if you would hit that little circle button to subscribe to our channel. And of course, always enjoy hearing how this goes for everybody. So I hope you have a wonderful weekend. You may have heard jingling around in the background. Again, Remy and Dorothy are 2 dogs. And in particular, they were excited when I came to film in this location because right up there is a box of their treats. So these 2 are behind the scenes here supervising and hoping for treats. And since they were helpers, oh, he's saying please. Here goes Remy's. Caught that one. And then Dorothy. They got their treats for helping. So that is Remy and Dorothy for you.